Welcome back. Now that you've either learnt what should and shouldn't be on a CV or you found out what you already knew is correct, well done. We're going to take a look at a couple of examples now. So get yourself a pen and paper. I'll give you a minute to go and grab yourself. You can pause the recording if you want to. So you'll need your pen and paper. What I'm going to do is show you first one and then another CV. I'm also going to put these for download if you want to take a look at them on your computer rather than seeing them on the screen secondhand, so you can look a bit more closely if you want to. This should take you a maximum of 3 or 4 minutes. So you can pause the video and go back and forth if you want to, and you can take a bit of time to write down about these two CVs that I'm going to show you. What do you feel is good or not so good about these two CVs? And which CV would you prefer and why? So first of all, we're going to take a look at CV1. So here is CV1, which is Rachel Ogunwe's CV. So I want you to take a look at this and think, what is good? What is not so good? Is there anything that you would change about this CV? You can pause it if you want to I'll let you pause it while you're writing down some notes, and then I'm going to show you number 2. Here comes number 2. Number 2, which is the CV for Mohammed Ibrahim. So what is good about this CV? What would you like to improve about this CV, and which CV would you prefer? I'm going to go back again to number 1 and then forward to number 2. So if you pause it there, make yourself some notes, go back if you need to, and then I'm going to move on and we're going to have a look at what does a good CV look like. So right now you should, having spent a few minutes looking at those two CVs, you should have some ideas of your own about what's good or what needs improvement about those two CVs. So first we're going to take a look at Mohammed Ibrahim. So what I've done is highlighted a few of the bits that I think could be improved. So we should know already that at the top you don't need your CV, you don't need the gender of male, you don't need the date of birth. Something that's really important is your email address. So companies now more often than ever are using emails to contact prospective employees. Here we've got moisthebomb@gmail.com. If he's going for a job as, let's say, a tour rep in an 1830s holiday destination, then maybe Mo is the bomb would be a good email. But for most employment, that is not a good email address to have. It looks unprofessional. Number 2 is the poor spag. So the spelling, punctuation, and grammar is not good. We've got spelling mistakes here in the first section. Over here where it says in the yellow section, I'm self-motivated, there are many grammar and spelling mistakes. The structure is not clear. There are too many fonts and the fonts are hard to read. There isn't really sufficient information. So really, in total, this is a poor snapshot that is hard to read and understand. So I'm going to move on to Rachel, number 2. Waggle, what a good one looks like. Rachel's CV is clear and organised, easy to read, one font, there are no spelling mistakes, and it's accurate. All the dates match up. In total, it's a good snapshot. It's easy to scan read in under a minute. We want to make it as easy as we can for an employer to read through the CV. So now we're going to move on. How many sides of A4 do you think should be the maximum for a CV? How many sides of A4? Well, I can tell you that the maximum of sides should be 2 sides of A4 maximum. So you need to use all of that space really well to get in the maximum information about you to be able to sell yourself. So I'm just going to recap again. What does a good CV look like? It's a good snapshot, easy to scan read in under a minute. It's 2 A4 sides, clear and organised, easy to read, with one font, no spelling mistakes, and accurate where all the dates match up. So we are going to move on to another activity. Thank you for listening and watching this video. I'll see you again in a minute.